Coming up, we're going to be taking your calls. We're talking Bukayo Saka. Manchester City are interested in what should he do. It's hard to get inside the mind of a player, but Gooners, what do you think? 03717 223344. That's the number. Greg, the Gooner, has phoned up. Greg, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, chaps. You all right?
Hi, Greg. Not bad, Greg. Are you worried, Greg? Is there a part of you thinking?
What? I'm actually not.
No?
The reason being is because I think Saka is going to be shown the ambition by the club. I think they're going to be making signings to boost the squad to show people like Saka, the instrumental players, that we're really going to have a go this year, where our Sin squad let us down towards the back end of last year. I don't think that's a lesson they've learned from last season. But also, I think Saka, it will sound the wrong way round, but I think he's more ambitious than to just go to City and almost kind of do what Grealish did, to be fair, and ride the coattails of the team to an easy medal. I just think he wants to play for England, and I'd be surprised if Grealish is really a starter for England at the moment. He didn't light up the season. I think his career stalled since he went there, and I think hopefully someone like Saka will look at that and be like, no, I want to be a starter. I want to play week in, week out, and that's the way that I need to sort of get the club back to where it belongs, really.
I would add to that, Greg, that every time I've watched him, and I've seen him a few times live, that he really does love playing for Arsenal. As in, he plays with where he's comfortable, and he just know the fans adore him, and that's a great place to be for a player. And it might be later on in his career that he ends up moving on, but I feel it's the right place for him now is to continue his journey with Arsenal.
That's the thing, is that he really is loved by the fans. Obviously, the song for him and Smith Rowe is the most sung song at the Emirates and such. But I mean, you had Opie Durham on the other week saying he's playing too much football for Arsenal. I mean, what footballer feels like they're playing too much football at his age, not injury prone, and really is taking the Premiership by storm? I mean, the thing for him now is to then go up and do it on the European stage, and the only way he's going to do that is by playing football week in, week out.
Yeah, and I agree with Cass. I think. Thanks for the call, Greg. Right now, at this stage of his career, right this very second, I think it's at Arsenal. But it could be that for the next year. It's how Arsenal see their future with him, right? So they're going to want to tie him down. But it's where you can't get in the mind of the player.
Yeah, well, when you think of what Arteta thinks he's trying to achieve at the football club, it's going to be, right, now I've seen a lot of things I like and certain players who we need to keep. How do we move forward? What we do in the transfer market this summer? Yeah. He ain't going to be want to letting anyone go, even if they go to him and say, I want to move on. It's going to. I don't imagine him agreeing to anything like that. I just don't.
03717 223344 is the number to get through to myself and Tony Cascarino. Dave is a Gooner. Dave, good afternoon.
Hello, mate.
How you doing?
Hi, Dave.
Yeah, not too bad.
You sound very. Are you worried, Dave? It sounds in your voice, though. You're a bit short, bit abrupt. Are you okay?
Yeah, I don't understand Teta, to be quite honest with you, because he's got to sign. He's giving El Neni another contract, which I think is a waste of time. He's got so many players in that squad that should be gone. Players out on loan that are just not doing nothing. He should be looking at Saka, Emil Smith Rowe.
But he is, though, isn't he? He is.
Got to get someone like Saliba back. He's got to look for these youngsters. There's a lot of youngsters coming through. Personally, I think he needs to get rid of some of the rubbish in the team and just give some of these youngsters a chance, but buy 2 or 3, probably 4 real good world-class players.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's, if Saka's going to see, it's right now, he's got 2 years left in his contract. That's where he's going to be. Yeah. And Saka will be one of those, fully aware of his contribution to the team, fully aware of what is his value to the team. And he will be looking to see what they do. I think it'll be interesting. I don't think right now he needs to go and sign a contract this very second. But I think his future, short term, should be looking at staying at Arsenal right now and seeing what decisions are made.
Yeah, and look, you go into 10, 15, 20 games of next season, it might be a different scenario for the manager and the player. Yeah. He's a terrific lad, as in the way he plays football. He excites people. There ain't many that can get past defenders and fullbacks. Yeah. He can, and why Why would you want to change what you've enjoyed so much so quickly?
Right
and he's got
second,
so much time on his side.
Yeah,
he really
he's
has.
20. Yes, he's 20. Let's go speak to Chris, who's a Bristol fan. Chris, good afternoon.
Hi, guys.
Hi,
You all right, Chris?
Yeah, not too bad. I just wanted to say that obviously it all depends on the players' motive potential for a move. And the two things I wanted to say is, if he's looking for success, then obviously City's the place to go. You look at Grealish for that. He loves Villa. Obviously, widely communicates that he loves the Villa, but he wants trophies. And if you go to City, it's pretty much guaranteed, especially at this day and age. So, the one thing I also wanted to say was, you look at Alan Shearer. Now, Alan Shearer, one of the best English strikers of all time, but if he'd have gone to one of the big clubs, I know he had an opportunity to go to Man United, I feel like he would have been in many more conversations and many more great strikers than what he is today. But
it meant a lot, Chris. It meant a lot for him to go and play for his boyhood club. That was his choice. He knew the decision he was making. He was he was into the prime of his career. He went for, I think it was a world record fee at the time. He went and go and play for his boyhood club. I think Shearer knew. He would have known that going to Manchester United what it would have meant, but he wanted to go and play for Newcastle.
Yeah.
You've got to respect that.
Oh, absolutely, and I'm not digging out Shearer for that, but I just relate it to if Saka wants that worldwide maybe recognition or that the trophies, then that difficult decision needs to be made, because I don't believe Arsenal's always been a project. It's been a project for years, and I don't feel like it's going to get back to that maybe Wenger status or even equal at any time soon.
Look, it's an easy one, right? You just hold on for this year. Don't think of signing a new deal at Arsenal. You hold on, you play your football, and it's going to be resolved within. If he's got 18 months or a year left in his contract, Jay, it'll be resolved either way.
But you don't want to start getting straight to 12 months of your contract. The Arsenal don't want to be in that position.
No, they won't, but they might have to if he goes. No, I want to be part of the football team next year. I want to do as best I can, and we'll sit down and talk around Christmas time.
Well,
isn't
that what Sol Campbell said?
Well, he might turn around. He might turn around and say, no.
We sit down in January. No, I tell you what. Let's leave it till Feb, right? No March.
Jay,
April's
young.
not far
He's
away.
20 years old.
I know, but I'm saying he'll be 22 by then.
Yeah. Well, you're talking right on the last day of his contract. Okay, it's going to be resolved easily within the next year, whether he stays or whether he goes.
You say that. It's not as simple as that, because if he does get to 12 months of his contract, his agent will be talking. Once you get to 6 months, he can talk to anyone outside this country. Then that's Arsenal do not want a position, Cass, where it goes down.
No,
to
they won't
figures.
want it. But then, if a player's in a position of strength, he might go, do you know what? I want to see how the club are developing. Are we going? His ambition is to be a Champions League player, yeah, on a regular basis.
Yes.
So he'll know a lot more next year in the early months, I'm sure.